children, I am Mushkeen, your English teacher, and I welcome all of you to this session. I would like to begin with a very beautiful thought. What is that? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Children, I absolutely agree with this thought, and I believe all of you would do the same. Why? Because until and unless we do not take a step, we do not act, we will never be able to achieve anything in our life that we actually aspire for. So in order to achieve anything in our life that we want to achieve, be it success, be it fame, be it name, anything, we need to act, we need to take a step towards that. And children, taking that step, it is not an easy thing. Why? Have you ever noticed a baby? When this baby, after crawling, tries to walk for the first time, is this walk an easy walk for this child? Is it easy for him? Is it smooth for him? No, not at all. Why? Because this child, when he takes his first step, he falters, he falls down. And then he again gathers his courage, again with that excitement, tries to take steps. Now this time he takes 2, 3, falls again, stands up again, and keeps on moving until and unless he balances himself and learns how to walk. So children, this child doesn't fear. He is not having any fear of falling down. But he believes in himself, and when he falls, he stands up again. And with much more excitement, he takes some more steps. He moves ahead, and by, there is a time when this child is able to walk on his 2 legs smoothly. In the same way, children, when we aspire for something, we, first and foremost, need to believe in ourselves, have this confidence, have this faith in ourselves that yes, I can achieve this, I shall be able to do this. And we should not have any kind of fear that can hold us back, that can stop us from taking that step. And what is that step? It's like acting so that we achieve what we aspire for. For example, you children, you have your boards and you want good scores. That is what you aspire for as of now. You aspire for good scores, children. So first thing that you need to have is confidence in yourself, belief in yourself. And one more thing, you need not to fear. You need to be very confident and then act in that direction so that you can achieve good scores. And how can you do that? By being consistent, persistent with your studies. Isn't it, children? Now, why I am saying all this? Why? Because the chapter under discussion today teaches us something quite similar to this. This chapter is a story about a fledgling. Children, new word, I know, fledgling. What's a fledgling? It's that bird, baby bird, that has those small feathers. The feathers are not well developed, and this bird is trying to fly. You would have seen these baby birds around you, especially in spring or summer. So then they try to fly with their parents. They fly just 2-3 flutters and then land, and then their parents are feeding them sparrows and miners. You would have noticed it in your environment. So this story is about this fledgling, and it has siblings as well. What does this story teach us? To be fearsome, to dare to take that step. But before we discuss this story, we need to know who has written this. So this story has been written by O Flaherty. And who was O Flaherty? He was an Irish novelist and a short story writer. Irish, one who belongs to Ireland. And he was born on 28th of August, 1896. He is globally renowned for his works and for his novels, for his short stories. He died on 7th September 1984. So his first flight is one of his famous short stories. Now, as I told you, this is about this fledgling, this baby bird who has these tiny feathers on his body. But what is the problem with this bird? The problem is this bird is not at all confident in taking his first step, his first flight. He doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't trust his wings, children. You know, it is like a metaphor for all of us. We all have wings that can actually help us fly and reach sky. And what are these wings? This is confidence, our willpower, our determination. Right, children? So this fledgling, he has siblings. And obviously parents as well. Now the mother, she is quite anxious, perplexed. Why? Because this fledgling is not taking his first flight. And especially his siblings that seem to be quite younger to him, that have hatched after him, that's how they are younger to him. They are taking their flights, they fly quite high. But this fledgling is stuck to the nest. He doesn't dare to come out of his nest. Again, a metaphor, children. This fledgling does not dare to come out of his nest. How can we relate it to ourselves? We do not dare to come out of our comfort zones. This nest is a comfort zone for this fledgling, for this baby bird. And he's quite comfortable there. His mother feeds him, he's there, enjoying, and he doesn't feel the need to go out of his nest and take his first flight and then soar high in the sky. Similarly, it's like when we do not come out of our comfort zones, when we do not think out of the box, when we do not try to explore our own selves, we get stuck. We get stuck. And children, just being confined within our comfort zones, that's not good for us. Why? Because life, it's not always the bed of roses. And until and unless we do not come out of our comfort zones, how come we will gain that experience, how to face life? So we need to take that step. Right, children? Now this fledgling, he is in his comfort zone. What is his comfort zone? It's his nest. He is sitting in his nest, comfortable. Just his wings closed and all, and his mom gets food for him, feeds him. And he's feeding himself. But what are the other siblings doing? They are flying high in the sky and they call him a coward. Why do they call him a coward, children? Because he doesn't dare to come out of his comfort zone. He doesn't dare to come out and fly high in the sky. He doesn't come out of the nest and then fend for himself. He doesn't come out of the nest to actually go out and feed himself. He is dependent on his mother. And that is why his siblings, they would call him a coward. But children, do you think the mother, she would take it? She would take it very lightly that this child of hers, he is being called a coward by his siblings? Children, a mother is a mother, irrespective of any species. Be it a human, be it an animal, be it a bird, be it even, for that matter, an insect. A mother is a mother. A mother always cares for her child. A mother always works for the benefit of her children. She doesn't have any bias. She doesn't have any prejudice. She doesn't discriminate among her children. She is the epitome of love and sacrifice. So children, when she sees that this bird, baby bird, is not coming out of his nest and he is being taunted by his siblings, she feels very perplexed, very anxious, and now she takes it on her shoulders to make this child of hers confident enough so that he will believe in himself and, most importantly, trust his wings. And when this bird will trust his wings, obviously he will take his first flight. And when he will take his first flight, maybe for the first time, similar to that baby who takes the first step and falters, this baby bird will also falter. It will take some time to balance himself in the air and then know how to flap the wings up and down so that his flight will be smooth. But then for achieving that, he has to come out of the nest. So this mother, she decides that no, she will not take it. She has to make her child come out and take his first flight. So what does she do? She, till now, was feeding this bird, and as a result, when he would get everything in his nest, he wouldn't find it important to come out and fly. So she didn't feed him for a whole night. He was very hungry. He was very, very hungry. Now children, hunger, it's something that can motivate you to do anything. I hope not something detrimental. So whatever we do, we actually do it to suffice our hunger. We eat, we feed ourselves, and then only when we get energy, we keep on moving. Energy, food, it's very important, isn't it, children? So this bird is hungry. He's starved. He feels famished. He feels famished, children. Now what does this mother do? She gets a fish in her beak and she is flying towards the nest. The baby bird who is in the nest, he is very happy and excited because he thinks that the mother is going to feed him. But what happens? The mother stops midway, drops the fish. She doesn't reach the nest. She drops the fish in the midway, in the air. And this bird, because he's quite hungry, and he was quite excited that, let's see, my mother is coming and she's now going to feed me. The fish will suffice my hunger. When he sees that his mother has stopped midway and dropped the fish, he gets very annoyed. He jumps out of the nest and tries to catch the fish that he actually catches. So hunger motivates him to come out of his comfort zone. And when he comes out, he's completely engrossed to catch the fish so that he will eat it and he will not feel hungry. And he doesn't realize that he has come out of the nest and he has actually taken his first step. He has actually takes his first flight. And from here comes our title, His First Flight. And as soon as this bird comes out, starts flying, he realizes that he's out of his nest. He tries to balance, he falters. But somehow, then after faltering for some time, then he balances, he stretches out his wings and he balances himself and he begins to fly. So children, what is the message of this beautiful story? 1. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. 2. We need to trust our wings. I already told you what our wings are. We need to have confidence. We need to have that determination. We need to be consistent. And we need to have that willpower. Number 3, very, very important. We need to come out of our comfort zones. If we just get stuck within that comfort zone and we do not explore ourselves, we do not explore our own inner self, how come we will actually be able to identify our potential and then polish it? And number 4, very, very, very important, children. The first step is never going to be easy. But what do we need to do? Like that child, we will fall. We will fall. Life will throw challenges at us. We will fall. But then we need to get up stronger so that we take 2 more steps. And it doesn't matter if we fall again. But then again we need to get up stronger and take more steps. Until and unless we learn to take that walk quite smoothly. So children, I hope I'm clear with today's chapter, and I believe in all of you that, and even in myself, that we will imbibe all these lessons in our own selves so that we learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is the philosophy of life, children. Even if we falter, when we falter, children, when we fall, we need to learn from our mistakes. A fall is a mistake, isn't it, children? Why do we fall? Why do we fail? Because we are lacking somewhere. So we need to learn from our mistakes, and that's how we'll get up stronger. So children, I'll leave you with this thought. I will once again repeat it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Stay blessed, children. See you next time.